Hello students, today we will discuss class 9 topic motion graph. It is the most problematic topic for all the students, but actually it is quite easy. Before starting this graph, I will like to tell you the two things which you can grasp from graph, that is slope and area. With every type of graph, only you can grasp these two things. Please make it clear to your mind. If you are having motion topic with you, then you will have to discuss first of all displacement time graph. And in this graph, if this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis, then displacement is always at the y end and time is always at the x end. This is a fixed thing which you will have to always keep in your mind, that displacement is always drawn on the y-axis and time is at the x-axis. Then by the slope, how can you calculate its slope? There is a fixed formula for slope. The quantity at y-axis, it's always divided to calculate the slope by x quantity at the x-axis. Then no matters what is present at the y-axis, what is present at the x-axis. If you are not discussing this displacement time graph, then also you can calculate the slope by this formula. But we are discussing here displacement time graph, so quantity at y-axis is displacement and quantity at x-axis is time here. Then you will have to recall the fact that what is the ratio of displacement and time called, which is velocity. So a 1 mark question arises, how can you calculate velocity from displacement time graph? Then the answer is by calculating its slope. Another question arises, what can you depict from slope of displacement time graph? Then answer is velocity, or which information is provided by ST graph. Means what can you calculate from this graph? You can calculate only velocity from this type of graph and nothing else. So these type of 1 mark question will help you to learn this topic clearly. Okay, now if we are moving ahead to the displacement time graph types, then displacement time graph when body is at rest, then this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis, this is your displacement, this is your time. Then if you are standing at 5 meter or your vehicle is standing at 5 meter from the origin, your body is at rest, your vehicle is at rest, then at 1 second it is again at 5 meter, at 2 second it is again at 5 meter, at 3 second it is again at 5 meter, then you will obtain this kind of graph. Now many questions become from this topic. Which kind of graph will draw from if the body is at rest? Draw the displacement time graph when body is at rest. Number 2, graph is given in the question and they will ask which kind of condition this graph represents. So these type of question arises from here. Now number 2, if body is in uniform motion. Uniform motion means covers equal displacement in equal interval of time. Then you will have again the graph, y-axis, x-axis, displacement, time. Now your body is here at 0 position. Then after 1 second, if it will cover 5 meters, then after 2 seconds it will definitely covers 10 meter, because the body covers equal displacement in equal interval of time. After 3 seconds it will cover 15 meter, after 4 seconds it will cover 20 meter. Then you will have these dots regarding these points, and your graph will be of this type, straight line graph. This is called straight line graph. But if you are going to calculate the velocity of this graph, then that is calculated from slope, and that is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Then at any position, you can mark any position here, a, b, c, d. Then y2 minus y1, y2 is also 5, y1 is also 5. 5 minus 5 by, if the second is 2, 3 minus 2, then answer is 0. That means if the body is at rest, velocity is 0. This is already a fact. Now if you are calculating the slope of this straight line graph, then velocity is equal to slope is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, that is equal to you will take this triangle and you will have to calculate this slope. For that, a, b, c, formula is ab by bc, and y2 is 15, y1 is 10, x2 is 3, x1 is 2. So 5 by 1, answer is 5 meter per second. And if the body is in non-uniform motion, then you can draw any random graph for this. Just like this. This is the graph. These are the topics for displacement time graph, and it is such an easy topic, so try to make it understand.